Namaskar. I want to welcome you all in our talk show, Art Matters in Life. Today we have our guest, Shri Vivek Chetriji.
I'm not a guest, more of a friend to you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, he is right because let me introduce him because he is firstly a brilliant music director and of course a great music educator who has been teaching and serving the society over 2 decades. His experience, his understanding, and the rapport with children, with adults, and with his co-musicians and co-stars really matters to us. Today we are here with a very important agenda that does art really matters in everyone's life? Yes, of course, the answer is very clear. Yes, it is. But really, can we take out some dedicated time regularly for art? Being a person from different walk of life, like if a doctor, an engineer, an architect, he is busy doing his work all the day. But if he is not attached to his own root, culture and art, does it really make any difference in their lives? I want to ask Vivek sir, because he runs Unikriti. He founded Unikriti with a vision where he is now with another production of music theater. So here he is interacting with a lot of people coming from different disciplines, because some parents are coming who is an architect and who is a doctor, who is an engineer. So it is very interesting for me, and I requested Vivek sir, kindly share your experience. Does it really matter to them? How do you experience the fact for while doing this music theater?
First of all, I would like to thank you humbly for your very kind words, but we all are learning, and we've seen you have been an inspiration of teaching for so long. So I would like to first humbly thank you for the kind words and welcome, and this is my small space, where I sit to make music, also, introspect, think what we are doing, how we are doing, what should we do as an educator. So yes, I think हिंदी में मैं बोलता हूँ, म्यूजिक संगीत ऐसा चीज़ है. I've started in very early age. My father was a musician, and I started playing when I was 8 or 9 years old, and started playing with bands, with orchestra, with every sort of form of music. And I came to Delhi. I've pursued it and learned music from different teachers. One thing in my whole interaction, because as a musician you get to know a lot of people, got to know people, meet people, go to places. One thing, it was amazing, but it's very true that out of 900, 99% wants to sing.
Correct.
Whether it is a chai wala who's coming to give tea for my office, whether it's a property dealer, whether it is a architect, or whether it's doctors, whether the engineers, whether CA. I met everybody, and everybody wants to sing. There is inner side, because that's the common factor. I'll tell you one thing. If I ask in a room how many of you are a musician, maybe out of 50, 5 will say. And I'll say how many of you can sing a little bit. Then maybe 20, 15. But if I ask how many wants to sing and like music, there will be 100% yes. So if what is musically universally accepted is we are
It's the basic instinct of human
Yeah,
being.
we are avoiding that in our
Reversing.
education. What is universally accepted as being, from years we have avoided this scholastic, so we must work towards it.
Great, great.
And
Yeah.
we-
And I must tell that not only teaching others or educating or empowering people, at the same time, in after crossing all these milestones, he is still learning new instruments, and for that he searches for good authentic person as guru. He doesn't want to just learn it by figuring out from internet, because it's very easy, you know, because who plays guitar, he thinks that he can do this, he can do that, he can do, but that's the beauty. When you are really a music connoisseur, then you value music, you value your teaching and learning system. So my next question is that Vivek sir, don't you think that हम लोग जब छोटे थे, हम सब छोटे छोटे शहरों से आए हैं,
बिल्कुल.
and such a beautiful town, Darjeeling,
Yeah.
and I'm from Murshidabad, so it's the culture, the Nawabi culture and the great heritage, and moreover that the beautiful weather, the melody of mountains, all influence our music scene in our mind. एंड उस वक्त भी उन छोटे शहरों में हम लोग देखते थे इतना वायलेंस, इतना क्राइम नहीं होता था, क्योंकि हम लोग देखते थे कि बचपन से छोटे छोटे लोग सब लोग यात्रा, थिएटर, नुक्कड़ नाटक सब देखने के लिए शाम को ठंड में भी जाके बैठते थे और वो लोग देखते थे. They were engaged into very artful activity. So their way of talking, thinking and acting was very artful. Surprisingly, now in the city life or even in the smaller towns, people are busy surfing the phones or televisions or something, but these things are not, and the crime rate and the violence isn't big. See the difference? What do you think, sir? Why is it so?
I think in this context, schools, authorities plays a big role.
Okay.
And children, yes, internet is a big challenge.
But the taste of people, why do they do? They can easily continue with these facts. You know, मेले में जाना, मेले में कुछ theater होना या वो करना.
See, I think that's interconnected in terms of what we want is in our fingertips. It's there in our fingertips. We do not want to work towards it.
Okay.
So मेहनत का जो सिलसिला है, because you want everything in your fingertips. The information that you're getting is not owned by yourself. एक कोई चीज पढ़ के आप उसको अडॉप्ट करोगे, सीखोगे, उसको आप there's a sense of ownership to that information.
Right.
What you get into your fingertips is not. That's the whole idea. That whole humanity is becoming superficial, just upper. उसके अंदर, because that emotion, empathy is not there.
Yes.
There is a kind of frustration,
It's a
and
very
because वो
important
अंदर का ingredients तो मांग रहा है आपको वो चीज.
But don't you think that as a foundation, as a Vrindan Foundation or a part of Unikriti Performing Arts, we are already with a mission to educate and empower the people in a large scale.
Yeah.
Actually, even in city life and in rural areas where we are focusing on women, we are focusing on children, so that they at least get some chance to develop their skills.
Yeah.
Because all these organizations, wherever, you have been working with so
Yeah.
many NGOs and all, they are giving them food, medicine, educations and all, but how about their mental world?
Yeah.
If their mental world is not addressed properly, then the skill development, in particular these areas of art, is, I think, little lacking.
Yeah.
आपको क्या लगता है सर, हम लोग जो काम करने के लिए अभी सोसाइटी के लिए जा रहे हैं, as a body of Unique Kriti, you are doing commendable job by doing this musical theatre and all in the city life. You want to take it in the rurals also?
Of course. See,
The smaller cities?
We have just, one of the Uri Foundation, we are working with underprivileged for Unikity's, one of the Unikity's foundation program, where the idea is to get the senior students of our school, regular program, to get them to teach underprivileged children and people who, and we also plan to go a rural area with the senior students who can learn music, who have learned music from us for 7 years, 6 years, to go back to. So that kind of value system we want to put to a child. That's one area that, and it doesn't need anything else. It just needs the thought of, which is like, like you said, the government is also doing a program for class 10, 11, 12. They do this, social service program. And see, any moment, अगर वो people अपना moment नहीं बनाएंगे, तो वो होगा नहीं किसी authority.
Yeah, we have to take it in large scale, because government agencies or any other organization cannot just take the charge unless until all of us take the charge, all of this complete upliftment of the overall responsibility of our own culture.
In fact, this programs in music in the park, they're already there. They are organized.
And people should go and watch it.
Yeah, it's there.
विवेक सर, जहाँ तक मुझे याद है कि हम लोग जब काम कर रहे थे एक फिल्म प्रोजेक्ट के लिए, बैकग्राउंड स्कोर में मेरे से आपने ऐसे ऐसे काम करवा रहे थे एज ए म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर, दैट आई वाज नॉट क्वाइट अवेयर कि मैं ये सब भी कर सकता हूँ, बट somehow you did it. But don't you think that these kind of movement, that art matters in everyone's life and people should value art, to take this agenda or the campaign, media or corporates or the government agencies took more charge? Especially the media has a big role, because अभी बच्चे जो देख रहे हैं इंडियन आइडल हो या ये हो, जिस तरह से इसकी पेशी है, if some of our good producers and good record levels, they curate the program, and moreover that, देखो एक बच्चे को क्रिकेट खेलते हुए देख के उसको दिख जाता है, oh this is that whole thing. So the musicians, इन बच्चों में वो भी तो बने, वो विजन तो बने कि नहीं IPL हो रहा है तो ये हो रहा है तो वो हो रहा है. म्यूजिक की जो इवेंट्स है, ये हम लोग कितना आपको नहीं लगता कि नहीं, I don't know the ways कि नहीं, how they can help us. If you can explain it, but
I think media plays a great role in any field, to both positive and a negative way. It can really make or it can really break. It has that kind of power. Nobody can deny that. Everybody is aware of the fact that media has that kind of power. आपको मैं एक छोटी सी बात बताता हूँ कि ये और ये फैक्ट है. मैं भी इस हालांकि मुझे इंडस्ट्री ने भी उस इंडस्ट्री में प्यार दिया और मैंने काम भी किया, बट एक फन फैक्ट ये है कि मैंने जब एक गुजराती मूवी की थी और उसमें वी वेंट टू प्रमोशंस आल्सो एंड रेडियो स्टेशंस. एक मुझे जो अजीब बात लगी कि गुजरात में गुजराती सॉन्ग्स बजते नहीं इन रेडियो, और ये फैक्ट है. मैंने काम किया है, मुझे पता है. वहाँ पे मैं गया था तो मैंने उनसे बोला कि हमारे गाने बजाइए, बिकॉज हमारे पास ऑब्वियसली वो बजट नहीं था मार्केटिंग का, और वी आस्क्ड हेल्प, बट उन्होंने बोला कि हम बजाते ही नहीं हैं. अब ये जो हाल है, आप गुजरात में हैं, एक इंडस्ट्री है, and you talk about booming the industry,
and that media is earning money from that particular state.
Yeah.
That money, the media is alive with that state's culture, but they don't value their own language.
हम म्यूजिक तो ऐसा है, देखिए मैं दार्जिलिंग से हूँ, मैंने गुजराती गाना कंपोज किया. जो सिंगर था मोहन करण जी अग्नि बैंड के, वो केरला से, गाना केरलाइट गा रहा है, कंपोज हिंदी. We are one in that sense, but are people in the right place really helping towards making it one? Are they? Yes, of course they can.
I think the media's role shouldn't be restricted only with the commercial approach, because they have some duty.
And in contrast, I'll tell you, when Saregama happened, and I'm being very direct, I was very small, I was in the school. I think today, whatever the singers are singing in India, somebody from that era has had the vision. तो वही बात है, नियत की बात है. सही नियत हो तो आज जो हो रहा है, आज इतने सारे बच्चे इतने तादाद में गा रहे
क्या
हैं,
बात है?
वो कहीं ना कहीं 20 साल पहले किसी ने वो एक उस समय जो the judges used to come, the approach of music was different.
Yeah.
It's because of that quality today what the singers are singing. But do we have the same kind of kind of niyat?
Yeah.
I doubt.
देखो हम लोग जैसे छोटे छोटे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है लाइक वो whoever, I mean वृंदन फाउंडेशन हो या यूनिक कृति हो, हम लोग हमारे लेवल पे we already have partnered, we give a good platform for all the students, we felicitated them, who is the pianist, who is the tabla player, who is the all. बट अगर सिर्फ हम लोग बॉलीवुड कवर सॉन्ग्स को या इस तरह की वेरी कॉमन एंड वेरी कॉमर्शियल पॉपुलर गाना बजाने को ही सिर्फ पोर्ट्रे करते हुए चलेंगे, सो हाउ अबाउट दिस ऑल हाफ ऑफ द म्यूजिशियंस इन द मुंबई फिल्म इंडस्ट्री इज डाइंग, दे आर डाइंग बिकॉज देयर इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स आर नॉट बीइंग यूज्ड, नाउ एवरीथिंग इज प्रोग्राम्ड, बट दैट इज नॉट द फैक्ट. इफ वी हैव a value system, it is not that helping, the musicians never want any help or any support, rather they deserve. They do deserve, because it is a skill which is given to them by Almighty. It is very rare skill, and if they are performing, they are working for someone or for the society. It's a privilege for the listeners. We do not have enough patience to listen to that musical part also. It has become so chota. I mean, interlude, prelude and everything has become so chota and so short कि नहीं कुछ जल्दीबाजी में हो जाए. But पहले ऐसे नहीं था, because it is a value system, and where we think the producers, the media, they at least should think a little that can we not make a platform for music, for dance, for all these, not only the traditional, but original songs, original musical repertoire in a national and international level. The way he is conceiving this musical theatre, can it not be Lion Kings in our India in a bigger aspect if we get the sponsors, if we get the producers? I think all of our vision, even as a parent, I am also a parent, and I feel my daughter or son will be engaged and will be more productive in her life or his life. I mean, all through his life and during evaluating life forever. Thank you so much, and I really want to thank Vivek Kshatriji because it is lovely talking to you, sir, and few things we shared which is not very pleasant, but still we wanted to discuss it. It is not any question, not any agenda, but we just wanted to discuss it as a common issue.
I think that's
which we share.
I think that's the biggest quality as a musician. If you aspiring to become a musician or a performing art person, this is the quality you will get. You will always speak your mind, and I think that's the biggest quality any human being should have, because that makes us different from other animals. So we can speak our heart.
It's a very big thing. We are human being. We have intelligence which differs as from the other creatures in the universe. Thank you so much, Vivek.
Thank you.
Lovely talking to you. Thank you.
Thanks.